things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Red Raiders will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
That's a good-looking run right there. And I'll tell you, the quarterback running the option, that's a play that would make Tom Osborne, the old great Nebraska head coach, proud. Great job decision-making to keep the football, and then once he keeps it, look at the speed. Look at the moves this guy has. It's remarkable. He is a weapon. This defense has to find a way to slow down.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Huskers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes the catch at the 10. Makes a move. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. So Texas Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective...
Sends it downfield. Can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Wants to throw. It's Pierre. He's not afraid to go deep. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Getting ready for the extra point after the first to score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. At After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. They pick up a 5, marks it at the 36-yard line. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskers have their offense in high gear. Off play action on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Peyton. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
Man, it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Husker!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Pierre. Finds his man in the middle. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Snags it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The give to the tailback. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under fire. Give him 6. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Pulls it in. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Peyton. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fights off a defender. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Pierre. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Still on his feet at the 45. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Pierre. Rushes on him. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. A first down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fitted in the window for the score.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Quick strike complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. Got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Hauls it in. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Kramer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Red Raiders have this offense rolling. Takes a handoff. It's Delgado. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And the field goal unit is on the field. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The give to the right. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He leaves it with his back. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Here's a heat. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Using the quick game. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 17 over Kentucky. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Oh, better look out! Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the missed connection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. And the Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Open space
one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys, late in games in the fourth quarter, tie ball game, who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this.
Oh, he's got some space. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going to the ground. Can't get him to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. Finds a little space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Power football with the run. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his play.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. On the move at the 30. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the 2nd level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Going right to work up top. Unloads it left. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Lofts one high and deep. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This offense has it with really good field position. Handoff to the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Swings it out to the flat. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. The Huskers want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Right on the money. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Red Raiders have moved it inside the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the pummeling has started.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.